you ever found yourself in a bad situation and really wished that you could just curl up into a ball until it was all over? Or better yet, just hit that pause button. Well, there's actually a creature here on Earth called a water bear that can do just that, which has fascinated me since elementary school. Now, water bears, also known by their scientific name as tardigrade, can survive almost anything. Extreme temperature, radiation, dehydration, and even lack of oxygen. All by literally curling up into a ball and hitting pause. Now, water bears grow up to 0.5 millimeter long, and this is about the same size as a grain of sand at the most. But because they are transparent, they cannot be seen with the naked eye. Hundreds of species exist, and they can be easily found in moss beds, ponds, and even in salt water. They move like bears, hence their name, but they have 8 legs. Now, how can something so tiny and minuscule survive so much? Well, the answer lies in cryptobiosis. According to Collins English Dictionary, cryptobiosis is defined as a temporary state in an organism in which metabolic activity is absent or undetectable, just like hitting the pause button during a scary scene in a movie. This is only a temporary fix and will not last forever, but it has been known to last over 100 years. As mentioned in Season 1 of an educational TV show called The Most Extreme that airs on Animal Planet, an Italian museum using a 120-year-old dehydrated moss specimen added purified water and soon discovered hundreds of water bears alive and well, even after their century-long pause. Well, by now you're probably wondering, if these little animals can survive 120 years without water, in addition to those extreme temperatures, radiation, and lack of oxygen, as I mentioned earlier, can anything kill them? Exposure to outer space, perhaps? We all know that in outer space there is no moisture, there is no oxygen. It's negative 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Not to mention there's all that gamma radiation that every single nuclear bomb in the world exploding at the same time couldn't even begin to compare to. Of course, that would equal instant death, right? Well, a European space expedition in 2007 called BioKiss, the bears were taken out for a spacewalk, and they survived. On May 17, 2011, NASA sent water bears on a voyage on the Space Shuttle Endeavour, as BBC Nature reporter Emma Brennard mentions in an article written shortly after launch. This time, the goal was to investigate the limits of water bears' ability to survive cosmic radiation and whether or not they changed on a genetic level. What did they find out? According to NASA.gov, survival and reproduction of 2 small water-dwelling animals seems unaffected by microgravity and cosmic radiation. Considering that science is still pushing the limits of these creatures, water bears really do go to show what doesn't kill you can really make you stronger. And by shutting down their body functions, water bears have been able to survive nearly everything science has thrown at them. And this has also prompted scientists to push their limits to seemingly new, impossible levels. This made me think that humans really are wimps in comparison. I mean, can you survive exposure in outer space? And when I think about how much a water bear can survive, it suddenly becomes a lot easier to get over the fact that it is still snowing. Thank you.